All right, folks, welcome back to the Weird Wayfinder, where I'm a little weird, but you probably are too, and together we will help find our way. So, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, guys. This one's gonna be a doozy. I can feel it. I'm so deep in my feels already. I was being called to this, and I was being called to a very specific deck that definitely I knew was going to go deep, and here we are in the depths. Now, I already have two cards pulled from my Dark Mirror deck, and they're, let me see if I can get this right. Okay. I have the Colorless Angel and Perchance to Dream. Now, it's interesting because they both kind of go together. The Colorless Angel is exactly what it feels like. And I feel like if just that alone resonates with you, that's because this is for you. You are the colorless angel right now. You are struggling to feel. You are probably existing in a very numb space. And that's likely because you have gone through something really, really painful. And it could have been lots of little painful things through most of your life that have put you here, or you've just gone through something tremendously painful. And this numb state that you are in now is the result of you and your energy trying to protect itself. Because normally you are bright, shining, light, colorful, magical being. But right now, you've hidden all of your colors. It feels like not just hidden, like they've drained out of you as a way of protecting yourself. So you exist in this numb state because it's safer that way, because it's easier than feeling, because when you feel, it hurts. And I'm so sorry that you're here now. I'm not sorry that you're here now. I'm sorry that you went through that and this is how you're existing right now. I feel this in my soul. Know I am there with you, okay? But you're not meant to stay here. And maybe you're struggling because I feel like you're probably aware of this. I don't think this is a surprise to you. Calling you a colorless angel might be a better, like a way of giving it words, but I don't think that this is a surprise to you. The interesting co-part here with this perchance to dream is that in the book, the sentence that it gives this is, if I sleep long enough, when I wake up, the pain will have been gone. So in one card, you're avoiding the pain. The other card, you're also kind of avoiding the pain. But it also kind of gives the impression of like you do want to wake up at some point. And when you do, you don't want it to be pain that you feel. And maybe we are at this transitionary period where you're meant to find your color again, where you're meant to come out of this, where you're meant to start living again, wake up again, right? I feel like you're going through life. I don't feel like you're curled up in bed and just, ceasing to exist. I feel like you are living your life. You're going to work. You're doing your day-to-day things, but you're not feeling. Sure, you're not feeling the pain, but you're also not really feeling joy either. You're just existing. You're in survival mode for sure. And when do you start to wake up? When does it end? At what point do we recover enough? Are we brave enough? Are we healed enough? Are we ready to find our colors again? Now, I'm not going to tell you that if you step back into life, you won't feel the pain that you've been avoiding. I can't tell you that. I do think that whatever it is probably at least mostly over by now. And both of these cards really talk about facing the demons, facing the thing that's causing you pain. This one specifically references a dragon, but same thing. Whatever floats your boat, okay? As in, the only way out is through, essentially. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear because you've been avoiding it all this time. But if you ever want to get to the point where you can wake up, where you can feel alive again, where you can do more than just exist in this life, the only way out is through. Meaning that you have to start feeling whatever it is. You have to face the pain if it's still there. And chances are there's at least some still there, because we don't just heal completely when we're not feeling what we're meant to feel. It's okay to feel. I know that hurting sucks, but that's how we process. So if you are not already doing so, the message today is at least starting off with, you're meant to open up. You need to let yourself feel this so that you can move through it and beyond it, because there is something more in this life for you that you're meant to wake up to, that you're meant to come back to life and live. You're not meant to spend the rest of your existence here as this colorless angel, just going through the motions. You have a bigger purpose, or they wouldn't be calling this message to you right now. And maybe you need this push, maybe you need this message, maybe you need this reassurance before you step foot back through that doorway into facing whatever it is you've been avoiding, that it's gonna be okay. But it is, because you are meant to wake up from this. You are not meant to suffer for the rest of eternity, okay? And maybe you don't think you're strong enough, but you are. Maybe you don't think it's gonna be okay, but it is. The very fact that this message is showing up, that I felt so deeply called to this, even though it's a very tough message to deliver, tells me that you're not alone. Maybe not literally. I don't know if you have people around you, but if you don't, then definitely not spiritually. Because they're bringing this message to you in a way that you can find it. You're not alone. You are guided. You are protected. You are carried, supported. Just because we are protected by spirit doesn't mean that we don't feel hurt. That doesn't mean that we don't get hurt, that we don't feel pain. This is the human experience. That doesn't stop us from those things, but they are there to kind of protect us from the worst of it, or things that aren't meant for us, or guide us through the process of healing things. So with that, let's continue and see where this is taking us. If this isn't resonating with you already, then this message, this particular message at least, probably isn't made for you, and that's fine. There will be others. If it's resonating with you, you'll know. There's no way you wouldn't know if this was meant for you, because it's a doozy. If you would like a friend, if you feel like you're not getting the support that you need as you start to process this, do reach out, leave some comments. We do have an online community that I can direct you to. It is not public right now, but we have one. Let me know. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know if you're feeling this. Like this video, subscribe if you want more messages. I always forget to throw that out there to remind people, but there's that. All right, from my Shaman Oracle deck, we have the spiral. I am not surprised to see that here. The spiral in the Shaman Oracle deck talks about, first you go into the spiral, right? Like kind of like descending a set of spiral stairs. And as you go down the spiral, you kind of lose yourself. And you lose different aspects of yourself, different pieces of yourself, your identity. And then on the way back up the spiral, you start to find yourself again and rediscover who you are, discover new pieces of yourself, and who you're meant to be, who you want to be now. It's like a whole death and rebirth cycle, essentially, to sum that up. And I feel like that is where we are at. And I would say that if you are getting this reading right now, you are probably at the very bottom of the spiral or just starting your climb back up. And it's telling you, like, you're going back up. Things will get better. But it's just one step at a time. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be beautiful, magical, and sunshine again. But you can take one step at a time. And you will come back to life eventually. I feel like it's reminding you that you still exist. Like, maybe you've been like this for so long that you just think that this is your new normal, but it's not. Ooh, the wild woman. Yes. I'm going to read you this one because this book is beautiful for this deck. It says, when the wild woman dances into your reading, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all social constraints and cultural conformity, the wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self, the true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover the light and let it shine brightly, regardless of the perceived consequences. You are currently invited to shine brightly and know that your true self is being called out to engage the world. It's time to have courage and step into the light. Shine brightly, dance with abandon, be yourself, and let the Great Spirit decide what happens. You'll be happy you did. Yeah, see, that makes perfect sense. Because if these were the same deck, right, the colorless angel would be the opposite of the wild woman. The wild woman is your authentic energy. The colorless angel is you've lost your light. Only temporarily, okay? It's not gone. It's not really lost either. It's just that you're not accessing it right now. You've kind of hidden it away. And you're going up the spiral to find yourself. And I do think that there is an underlying message here too, that in this moment where you have this opportunity to rebuild yourself, to rediscover yourself and find your true colors, they really want you to do exactly that. Find your true colors, your authentic self. Like, now is the prime time to truly embrace a life that feels aligned with you, not to go back to whatever existed before whatever happened, but to let that go. Let go of who you thought you were, who you were pretending to be, who you were trying to make happy, whatever was happening over there, and really free yourself this time. Because this wild woman, she never goes back to being this colorless angel. I love that for you. I love that so much. All right, let me get... Oh, decks everywhere. Also, if you are not a woman and you are watching this, it doesn't matter. Gender does not apply. It's just the energy that it's speaking about. I don't know why I feel the need to clarify, but just in case. Three of Wands. Yes. Three of Wands. Let me show you what it looks like in this particular deck. I'm backwards. There we go. Okay, you see that there's this sort of invisible doorway there. All she has to do is take one step, and then she's going to start these dominoes falling. She's going to start the process of change. The Three of Wands is a version of expansion. It's also what I call my green means go card, like as in it's time to move forward. It's time to take action on something maybe that you've been wanting to. In this case, it's time to wake up. It's time to come back to life. And with the spiral and the Three of Wands here in this particular deck that I chose to use, I do feel like it's like just one step. You don't need to be like, oh my God, how am I going to come back to being fully alive? Like, you don't need to worry about all that. You just need to take the one next step. That's it. The one next action can be as small as you need it to be that puts you through this invisible doorway. And then that one step knocks over that first domino, and then everything else starts to fall into place. So if you've been avoiding doing anything because the thought of like coming back to life again, trying to live again, or starting to even feel again, like maybe the feelings themselves, if you feel like if you crack that door, you're going to get flooded with emotions. It's like just one at a time. Just take it one at a time, one step at a time, one thing at a time, and the rest will follow. But in a line, not all at once. Let me clarify that. Can I get another card? Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. So, like, yes, this is the life that we would be building back to. Oh, excuse me. That was out of nowhere. Does that scare you? Are you like repelled by this Ten of Pentacles? Are you allergic to people? Oh, that's a something that just spurred some thoughts. Is that part of why you're not coming back to life? Because you're afraid of people. You're afraid to reconnect with people. You're afraid. Did this whole thing have something to do with your family? And the life that you thought you had is completely different now. And that's part of what's got you frozen. Ooh, spicy. Ouch. Sorry. So that might be a thing. And I'm not telling you to, this is not like you should reconcile with them. No. If that's what hurts you, don't do that. But like, you can rebuild a new life. You can rebuild a new family, even if they're not the ones that are blood related to you. You can rebuild a new future for yourself, one step at a time. Like, it's time to do this. Just because whatever happened, or the life you thought you were leading is over, doesn't mean that you can't build a new one. Sometimes, in a lot of cases, the new one's even better, because now all of that's behind you. You're stepping into your more authentic self, your much more magical, expansive self, clear of all this shadow work. You have a lot of life experience. You know what you want, you know what you don't want, and so the new life you build is even better than before. Yes. Yes. See? It's judgment. In this deck, it's called Awakening. How? Like, I don't need any more cards. I don't need any more cards. That's magic. That's magic right there. Because we went from you need to wake up to awakening. Like, it is time. This is your wake up call. The Judgment card is like when they blow the horns and they wake the dead. Literally. Like, holy cow. It's time. You have this new life waiting for you. You just have to start moving towards it. That is the message. So if you're still colorless, if you're still afraid to wake up, this is your sign. This is your sign. This is your message that it's time to start moving. It's time to start opening your eyes. It's time to start living again, one step at a time, because your new life is ready for you. Just saying. I'm going to stop right there because that is full circle perfection. Beautiful. All right, Wyrd Wayfinders. If this resonates with you, leave me a message, let me know, like the video, all that jazz. I will be back again when I feel so called. I'm sorry if this was a little deep today. I'm not sorry, actually, because that's where I prefer to go. But like, let me know how this made you feel. I'll see you next time.